Hello, I'm Sama Morningstar, and I have with me here Thessa, Sophia. Thank you so much for joining me. We're coming together to talk about the Womb-Centered Healing Temple's opening summit. Thessa is one of the guest speakers in the summit. I'm the host, and we wanted to share about what we're excited about in the upcoming summit that starts on October 31st. So, Thessa, could you tell us what how you're feeling about participating in this summit, and as a participant, how is it feeling for you, and then what you feel how you feel it's going to benefit the people who join us.
Yeah. Well, I'm super excited. I'm excited for a lot of reasons. First of all, what I do hasn't really been shared that publicly. And it's a particular aspect of womb work. So I'm excited now to be kind of stepping out with you, in this moment. That's what it feels like to me, a stepping out and a sharing on a greater level and as a piece of a greater whole. So I have this awareness of all of the other presenters and speakers and how each person is presenting a piece of the picture. And when you put that all together, it's this really transformational how the transformational how. Yeah. And then I have this appreciation for you being the point of connection between all these people. It's really amazing. So yeah, I feel like I have a particular piece that is maybe different or new from what the other people are doing, and I'm also excited to see other people's offerings.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's wonderful. It feels, I'm excited to be sort of facilitating your coming out into a more public view and what you have to offer. I really have enjoyed learning about your work, and I really enjoyed our interview, which felt to me like I got to receive a little sample healing session even, and you assisted me in an inquiry for myself in a way that was super helpful for me right at that moment. And so I wanted to thank you for that. And I find that can be very helpful for people who are viewing that, to see what can happen when we support each other with skilled presence and from a foundation of our own practice, of our own personal practice with ourselves. When that then can become an applied facilitation for someone else's process, where there's a magnification that can happen when we come together, as I am sure you're aware of in your work with others, that you have this depth of womb healing meditation in yourself, but you learned that through group processes together and having mentors, and now can, from that depth of your own practice and receiving all of that, and this is my experience too, from that depth of our own inner practice, receiving all of that support from our mentors and the groups we're involved in, then we can start to facilitate that process for others that it might be more new to, or might need exactly the medicine that we have to offer. So just thank you so much for bringing that. And
it's been my pleasure. And I've been thinking about you being this hub on the wheel, and how touched you must be by all of the different folks, that of being people with their different offerings, and how they're all kind of coming into you and stewing and brewing. That must be really amazing for you.
It is very amazing. I feel very blessed and touched by everyone quite deeply that has come together for this. And that was part of my vision for this temple, is that as we come together, we can inspire each other, we can touch each other, we can help each other just with our presence, with, okay, my presence has a particular medicine and your presence has a particular medicine. And as we all come together, that gets magnified and inspired and nourished. And we become a collective medicine, and each of our individual medicine is enhanced and enriched by the contact that we've had with each other. And so I'm very inspired about that aspect of this vision and how that's transpiring. So
I'm getting a real sense of play when you're talking. Like, we don't have to come together and have meeting notes and an agenda. We just come together and listen, like really listen to one another, and then notice what arises. And that creates this natural sharing flow, feeling our bodies and engaging, and makes it really useful.
Yeah, and with this womb-centered and embodiment-centered kinds of healing that we're sharing about, it's not really an agenda-based structure. It's more of an energetic transmission, right? Where just being in each other's presence, hearing the sound of each other's voices, witnessing how our bodies move, and listening, like you say, on that, not only just to the sound of the voice, but listening in that kinesthetic way and that energetic way. There's an energetic listening and a insight listening.
Like all of the senses just open and receiving, and
then
allowed to be informed and moved and expressed from that.
Right. Even the extrasensory senses, right? Listening between the sentences, listening to the silent places, listening to the rhythms, and feeling each other. I mean, that was something that felt so good during our interview, is that, I think I asked you a question and you said, well, I might answer that question, but I'm really feeling something going on in you. It was related to that question, and so you wanted to connect with that feeling. And so that's a real beauty there that we can share in that way. So I so appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing. I feel really honored to be involved with what you're doing. So I just share that again, and I'm really blessing the whole project so that it can touch as many people as possible.
Thank you. Yes. And I'm honored to have you with us too.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So thank you. So those of you who are interested in hearing our interview and the interviews that I've done with a whole bunch of other fantastic womb-centered healing specialists, you can sign up through the link that will be in the comments below this video, and we look forward to seeing you there at the summit in the Womb-Centered Healing Temple. It starts on October 31st and it will go through November 12th. There'll be about 2 speakers a day, and it's a free summit for each day you'll have access to for about 3 days. And we'll have probably some surprise live things. I know we're going to have a live opening ceremony and various different additional things besides the interviews with the speakers. So it's going to be a wonderful opening event for the Womb-Centered Healing Temple. So look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you again, Thessa. All right. Take good care.